Our top story, the shooting rampage in a massive U.S. Navy complex here in Washington, D.C. As people were arriving at the Washington Navy Yard for the start of their workday on Monday morning, a gunman opened fire. 13 people are dead, including the man police have identified as that gunman. And the search is still underway for another person of interest in this case. For the latest in the investigation, we'll go live now to CCTV's Daniel Ryntjes at the Navy Yard.
Well, earlier today, there was visceral tension on this street leading up to the Navy headquarters, in which 13 people, including the gunman or suspected gunman, have been killed. And it's stunned the community here in Washington, D.C. and across the United States. Earlier, there was concern about a possible accomplice on the run somewhere around this neighborhood. But the FBI, though they are continuing to explore all the possible angles, now believe that probably this was a lone act. Bursts of gunfire at the beginning of the working day as civilian and military personnel were having breakfast in the cafeteria of Building 197 at the Naval Sea Systems Command, a little more than a kilometer away from the U.S. Capitol, where ships and submarines are purchased and maintained.
I heard 3 shots, pow, pow, pow. 30 seconds later, I heard 4 more shots, and a couple of us that were in the cafeteria knew they were shots, and we started panicking, and then we was trying to decide which way we were going to run out.
And then there was an individual who came from the building behind us, the maintenance building, and came up and was talking to me, basically saying that, hey, here, there's a shooter in your building. And then I heard 2 more shots. One of them hit him. He went down in front of me, and then I took off from there.
The shooter's been identified as 34-year-old Aaron Alexis, a military contractor and former Navy reservist from Fort Worth, Texas. Officials say the gunman was found with 3 weapons. At least 2 police were shot, 1 in the leg. Police say the shooter also sustained an injury and was reported to have barricaded himself in a room where he died after a shootout with police.
The response by uniformed police officers from both the Metropolitan Police Department and United States Park Police was absolutely nothing short of heroic.
Those close by fled and many others sheltered in place as the Navy Yard complex and surrounding streets were locked down. Police and armoured vehicles flocked in and helicopters appeared to take out the wounded.
I didn't lose any of my folks, but I'm pretty sure I did lose a friend.
We are confronting yet another mass shooting. And today it happened on a military installation in our nation's capital. It's a shooting that targeted our military and civilian personnel. These are men and women who were going to work, doing their job, protecting all of us.
So the FBI is now appealing for information from the public about what might have motivated this man, Aaron Alexis, to go out and shoot 12 people here at the Navy Yard in Washington, D.C. Back to you.
Daniel, it seems like these mass shootings all tend to end the same way, where the gunman himself is killed, and so it's tough to know what their motives are. Is there much that we know about Aaron Alexis at this point in time?
Quite a lot as we speak. The picture is not full, but we know that in 2004 there was an incident involving a gun in which it appears he was provoked by a group of construction workers to shoot the tires out of a vehicle. It was shortly after that that he joined the Navy as a reservist, and it was only until 2010 that there was another incident involving a gun in which he apparently shot a bullet up through his neighbor's roof. He was living below her. The incident was investigated. The police found no harm. They believed his story that he was cleaning his gun and it was an accident, but it was enough to prompt the Navy to fire him. But he then turned up again as a contractor for a private firm, an electrical engineer of some kind. But recently he's turned to Buddhism, and we've had some friends of his expressing their shock and horror that he could have been motivated to do this. But certainly someone who is a complex individual, and I think the subject of some psychological analysis to come. Back to you, Mike.
Daniel Ryntjes with the very latest here in Washington, D.C. Thanks so much.